Hey, do you feel like you always need to perform and succeed in order to be precious and valuable as a man? Then this video might be for you, because if you have a very strong performance drive, it might help you to succeed, but it might also stress you out a lot unconsciously, at least as long as you don't know where it's coming from and how to truly handle it. I mean, it's not bad to have a good drive, right? But if you feel like it's a burden and it's stressing you, then you might want to have a closer look at this. My name is Suzanne, and I'm here for you as a CEO or a company leader to have a stressless life. So, performance, especially for men, I think it's a very important topic, for women as well, but let's think about it. I mean, where does this kind of performance drive come from? Very often it comes from our upbringing, our parents who told us that we need to be to work a lot, to work hard, to learn a lot, and to be very active in order to achieve things in our life. It starts at school, right? They tell us that we, at least in my case, that we should learn if we want to get somewhere in the future and that we should have good grades. And well, you learn as a child very early that performance is relevant. Maybe much more relevant than the question whether you like it or not, whether you want to do it or not, whether you have fun doing it or not. So, there is good intentions behind that, because our parents, of course, they want us to be able to live a decent life when we are grown-ups, to be able to take care of our needs ourselves, and to have a good life, just basically. Which is why they prepare us in their best possible way they can think of in order to go there, to be that kind of grown up in the future. But they might come from a generation where fun and pleasure and joy was not as important as it is today. Life quality is much more important today for the younger people, for the generations that are even younger than me. I'm in my 40s right now. But for the really young people now, it's even more important. I see myself somewhere in between. I think that it is our task to combine the two, to find joy and pleasure in what we do, and to make this also our kind of performance indicator. Because I strongly believe that if we like and love what we do, then we are naturally good at it, better than someone who doesn't like that kind of job. So we naturally get to a kind of great performance, because we just do what we're here to do. What we're naturally made for. You are like the fish swimming in the ocean instead of climbing a mountain. And this is what every one of us should really try to accomplish in this lifetime. Well, that's my point of view. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me, please. But what I really want to say to you especially as a man, it's valid for women as well, but especially as a man, I want to say to you that it is okay to not always perform or to not always succeed. It doesn't mean you're not loved or you're not precious and valuable. It only does if you think and feel so. So if you think and feel that you have to perform and succeed in order to be loved, then this is one of the patterns or the beliefs that you should take a closer look on, and that you should maybe release out of your system, because it's keeping you stuck in the performance loop. Like you always have to perform in order to validate yourself. You are allowed to be weak. You are allowed to relax. You should, because if you're relaxed from time to time, then you come back even stronger, right? And you also are allowed to realize that your value, your preciousness, is not dependent on your achievements, on the wealth that you accumulate and that you offer to your wife and your children, for instance. But you yourself, in itself, you have value, and it doesn't need to be validated by anyone out there. If you feel it within yourself, if you feel it within yourself, at the end of this letting go process, you don't even think about it anymore. You just are. It's not something to reflect on anymore at the end. Instead, you just deeply understood that life goes in, there is a flow of life. It goes in cycles and in waves and whatever, and that every phase has its purpose and is important for you. And the value or preciousness of you as a man is always the same, whether you go through an up or a down, whether you go through struggles or extreme success. Your inner value doesn't change. It's always the same. Which also means that you don't feel the urge to become kind of arrogant or wonder or try to avoid to become arrogant when you're having huge successes. Because you also know the other sides of life that you went through in order to get there. And you know that you are not being made of your achievements or non-achievements. It's just, the flow of life. And you can be both and be equally happy with yourself, at ease with yourself. So I truly hope that you can feel the message, that you can feel within yourself what I just said. And if it relates to you, you resonate with it, leave me a comment please, or a like. And if you feel like you want some more guidance, someone to accompany you along your spiritual journey, then I do have an offer for you as well in the comment box, not in the comment box, in the description box of the video below. There you'll find the link to my website, and on my website you can see how to work with me. Bye for now.